relatives who, again, have been burdened by that heavy debt and just needed to be seen. Teachers, firefighters, nurses. The work we have done together has been to create the National Museum of the American Latino. And of course, last year I was proud to be with a lot of the leaders here in Houston for the CHC On the Road tour. So I say that to say that CHC, our work together, has always been guided by shared values and by a shared vision. However, at this moment, we are confronting two different, very, very different visions for our nation. One focused on the past, the other, ours, focused on the future. We fight for a future, for affordable health care, affordable child care, and paid leave. We fight for a future where we can build what I call an opportunity economy, understanding that the people of our country, the people we know, have extraordinary ambition and aspirations and dreams of what they can be, what they can do, are prepared to do the hard work and put that hard work in, but don't necessarily always have access to the opportunities to achieve and realize those goals. So I see in America where everyone has an opportunity to own a home, to build wealth, to start a business. I believe in a future, we together believe in a future where we can lower the cost of living for America's families so that people have an opportunity not just to get by, but to get ahead. And so with the work we have done together and going forward, we will continue to lower the cost of groceries, for example, by taking on something that I think is very important to deal with, which is price gouging on behalf of big corporations. You know, I've seen that happen before. Many of you who have coming from states where we've seen extreme weather conditions in California, wildfires in other parts of the country, or even in the pandemic, where people are desperate because of these kinds of emergencies, desperate for support, and then some, corporation, and it's very few of them that do this, but then jack up prices to make it more difficult for desperate people to just get by. We need to take that on. We need to lower the cost of housing. We don't have enough housing in our country. The supply is too low, and it's too expensive, both for renters and for folks who want to buy a home. So we will build together millions of new homes and give first-time home buyers $25,000 in down payment assistance. Because look, people just want to get their foot in the door. My mother worked hard, she saved up. It wasn't until I was a teenager that she was able to buy our first home. And the American dream is elusive for far too many people increasingly. And that's why it is part of my perspective that let's just do the work of giving first-time home buyers a $25,000 down payment assistance. Let them get their foot in the door. We need to lower the cost of health care and continue to take on big pharma and cap the cost of prescription medications. Yes, for our seniors, which we have done together, but for all Americans. Because when we look at drugs like insulin, everyone here knows. First of all, Latinos are 70% more likely to be diagnosed with diabetes. And with the support of CHC, we were able to cap the cost of insulin at $35 a month for our seniors. In fact, recently I was in Nevada. I'm in these streets, let me tell you, I'm everywhere. But I was recently in Nevada, and a woman came up to me with tears in her eyes, and she showed me the receipts for her mother's insulin. And she showed me many papers, and I said, tell me what these are. And she said, well, these are the receipts, and I want you to see where it used to cost us hundreds, if not $1,000 a month, but no more. The work we are doing together, the very purpose of CHC and all of the leaders here, includes having a real impact on real people. And I have the blessing of being able to travel our country and see it every day. It's extraordinary work that is happening because of the leaders here. We, because of our work together, have finally given Medicare the power to negotiate lower drug prices with Big Pharma. And understand, if my opponent, Donald Trump, wins, his allies in Congress intend to end Medicare and end Medicare's negotiating power, as they remind us again this week. They are essentially saying, check this out, because you have to ask why, right? So why would you want to end Medicare's negotiating power against Big Pharma? And essentially they're saying that it's not fair to Big Pharma. That's essentially what they're saying. But I'll tell you what's not fair. What's not fair is that our seniors for too long have had to cut pills in half because they cannot afford their full medication. That's not fair. It's not fair that our seniors have had to choose between filling their prescriptions and putting food in their refrigerator or paying their rent. That's not fair. And that's why we will continue to do our work together, including Fight Project 2025, an agenda that would cut Medicare and increase the cost of health care in our country. Because we stand with the people and on the side of the people. We will also cut taxes for working families, including restoring and expanding the child tax credit. Because we know this is the kind of work that must happen if we are to be true to our values and be true to understanding that parents, in particular young parents, need that support. When we extended the child tax credit, cut child poverty by 50%, by half. Think about what that meant for so many families. The vast majority of parents have a desire to raise their children well. They love their children, but don't necessarily have the resources to do everything their child needs. I grew up understanding the children of the community are the children of the community. And we should all have a vested interest in ensuring that children can grow up with the resources that they need to achieve their God-given potential. So I know where I come from. And we have to always put, and I know CHC agrees with this, and this is part of our collective life's work. We have to put the middle class first. We have to put working families first, understanding their dreams and their desires and their ambitions deserve to be invested in, and it will benefit everyone. And together, CHC, we must also reform our broken immigration system and protect our dreamers and understand we can do both, create an earned pathway to citizenship and ensure our border is secure. We can do both, and we must do both. And while we fight to move our nation forward to a brighter future, Donald Trump and his extremist allies will keep trying to pull us backward. We all remember what they did to tear families apart. And now they have pledged to carry out the largest deportation, a mass deportation, in American history. Imagine what that would look like and what that would be. How's that going to happen? Massive raids? Massive detention camps? What are they talking about? They will also give billions of dollars of tax cuts to billionaires and corporations, massive tax cuts, pardon January 6th perpetrators who attacked our Capitol not far from here. They would cut Social Security and Medicare. They intend to end the Affordable Care Act and threaten the health care of more than 5 million Latinos in our country. All based on, I'm sure many of you saw the debate, So, on that point about the Affordable Care Act, all based on concepts of a plan. Concepts. Their Project 2025 agenda would pull our nation backward. But we are not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back. Instead, together, we will chart a new way forward, because ours is a fight for the future. And it is a fight for freedom. The freedom to vote, the freedom to be safe from gun violence, the freedom to live without fear of bigotry and hate, the freedom to love who you love openly and with pride, and the freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government telling her what to do. And understand on that last point how we got here. Everyone here knows. Donald Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court with the intention that they would do just what they did, which is to overturn the protections of Roe v. Wade. And now in more than 20 states, we have a Trump abortion ban, which criminalized health care providers. In one state, providing prison for life. You guys may have heard the story, many here, about the stories about the horrendous, most recent stories about what happened in Georgia. Many of these Trump abortion bans that make no exception for rape or incest, it's immoral. It's immoral. And today, 40% of Latinas in America live in a state with a Trump abortion ban. So imagine if she is a working woman. Understand that the majority of women who seek abortion care are mothers. Understand what that means for her. So she's got to now travel to another state. God help her that she has some extra money to pay for that plane ticket. She's got to figure out what to do with her kids. God help her if she has affordable childcare. Imagine what that means. She has to leave her home to go to an airport, stand in a TSA line. Like, think about this. You know, everybody here is your policy leaders. I always say to my team, especially the young people I mentor, on any public policy, you have to ask, how is this going to affect a real person? Ask how it would affect a real person. Go through the details. So she's got to stand in a TSA line, to get on a plane sitting next to a perfect stranger, going to a city where she's never been, to go and receive a medical procedure. She's going to have to get right back to the airport because she got to get back to those kids. And it's not like her best friend can go with her because the best friend is probably taking care of the kids. All because these people have decided they're in a better position to tell her what's in her best interest than she is to know. It's just simply wrong. And I think we all know one does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree the government should not be telling her what to do. If she chooses, she will talk with her priest, her pastor, her rabbi, her imam, but not the government telling her what to do. And I pledge to you, when CHC helps pass a law to restore reproductive freedoms as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. Proudly. Proudly. So friends, we have some work to do. In fact, a lot of hard work ahead of us. But we like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is joyful work, I say. And I truly believe that America is ready to turn the page on the politics of division and hate. And to do it, our nation is counting on the leaders here, your power, your activism. And so I thank you in advance for your work to register people to vote and get people to the polls. Each of us has a job to do. As we celebrate this month, we know we stand on broad shoulders of people before us who have passed us now the baton. Those heroes who fought for freedom, who have now passed the baton on to us. And the bottom line is we know what we stand for, so we know what to fight for. And when we fight, we win. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
of mine. I'm here to outshine. Unstoppable, I'm unstoppable. I'm confident, no doubt. I'm glowing inside out. Unstoppable.
In the growth of our country. I really happy about the theme of your concept is that is growth with the growth of our country. I really happy about the theme of your concept is that is growth with impact. And the growth of the country is very important. But for growth point of view, the people like you who are the expert, they should find out which are the project where economic viability is there, where it can contribute for the growth of our country. In any project, 4 important things which are very important. That is proven technology, economic viability, availability of raw material and marketability of the finished product. Today, India is the fastest growing economy in the world. Presently, our number is 5th. But team of our Prime Minister to make India who have expertise. You have to find out which are the sectors where the potential is there and how it can be good with the using of good technology, how we can make the project economically viable. The routine system in the government, there are a lot of negativity with that system. You are professional and in private sector. Your vision not only for the technology, but I always telling to people that the technology is important. Financial resources are very important. But the most important thing is, that is very important, that is to be entrepreneurship and leadership. A leadership with an appropriate vision, we can make a lot of things for our country. I will request to all of you, I am not an expert person, but my experience from the field, I want to give some agenda where your contribution will be very useful for the development of our country. First of all, in our GDP growth, the 14% it contributes from agriculture and allied industries. And now the population belongs to agriculture is 60 to 65%. 22 to 24% is coming from manufacturing sector and 52 to 56% from the service sector. Now without development in agriculture, we cannot make Atmanirbhar Bharat. Probably I may be wrong, but because I am farmer and working from many years in the farmers, my experience is the urban mentality of the organization and the government is not very much positive about the rural agriculture and tribal sector. Everything that is to be concentrated on Mumbai, Delhi, Calcutta, Bangalore, Chennai, and that urban-centric mentality creating lot of economic discrimination in the society, and where the people in the agriculture, rural, tribal and the forest, they are facing lot of economic problem. Now, this is the time that we can select the best technology available in the world, and we can make the technology successfully on the basis of Jal, Jameen, Jungle and Janwar. There is a viability. I am just giving you the example. I am working with Mother Dairy in my area. We have 10,000 farmer societies. In 1952, the Gir cow from Gujarat, that cow was taken by the Brazilian organization and they work on that. And today the Gir cow is giving 60-liter milk in Brazil. So we have just taken initiative to import the semens of the bull who is from that Indian breed, Gir, and that inject to the 2 liter of cow in India. The project was successfully implemented, and now the cows which we are getting from that giving milk of 15 to 20 liter. Now the embryo transfer is the technology, just like test tube baby, that we can take the semens of the bull. It is very important that the milk of the mother, that is of the bull's mother, it should be at least 50-60 liter. Then by using his semens, we will get the cow who can give us the milk up to 25 to 30 liter. And now in this field, we don't need Beti Bachao Abhiyan. We have the technology that by using technology we will get only Gori, not Gora. So this is to be a successful story. And you just imagine, if we have everywhere the cow is giving 20 liter of milk per day, then you can imagine how it is going to change the socio-economic scenario in the agriculture, rural and tribal area. At the same time, now because of prakrutik agriculture, natural agriculture, it is also the technology is developed. I am telling you one good experience. I am taking a lot of initiative for my farmers community. So we have a project that we have taken 4 trucks of hairs from Tirupati and making amino acid from that. And amino acid based micronutrients. It is so popular that we are giving the amino acid to the farmer with the 25% of the cost, market cost. And it is to be very useful for increasing productivity. So my suggestion is, at any cost, we have to plan into 2 parts. One is the urban sector and other is the rural sector. And for the growth of rural sector, we need to have some initiatives, some policy, where it is very important that what are our futuristic policy, futuristic technology and futuristic vision of our country. I am just giving you a good example. When I was Water Resource Minister, I have taken one project in Mathura. Actually in road construction we are doing in BOT, hybrid annuity, lot of model we have. So I just imagine that we can make the experiment by doing 80 MLD sludge of Mathura on hybrid annuity basis. We will go for the tender at the time, and the tender was won by the Triveni Engineering Company. The 40% is given by the government and 60% is actually the private investor, the company contribute. I called the chairman of Indian Oil at that time, Srikant Vaidya, and tell them how much money you are paying every year for taking water from UP Irrigation Department. He was telling me every year we are paying 25 crores. I said, no problem. You only give 20 crore, there will be 5 crore saving for you. Now the Triveni Engineering is making that project successfully and giving water, clean water to Indian Oil. And Indian Oil is giving royalty 20 crore per year for the private investor. And the project is economically viable and it is successfully implemented. Now these are the field where your expertise is very important. If the commercial land is there, when it is going to be developed, 100% we will get the profit. But that is the common cases. I am just giving you the example in my own constituency in Nagpur 7 years before. We decided the selling of sewage water. We taken grant from government in JNRUM, complete the project, and we are selling our sewage water, toilet water to government of Maharashtra for Koradi and Khaparkheda power project. And now they are paying every year 300 crore rupees as a royalty for that water, and that is to be benefit for our corporation. Actually, I will tell you, it's one of my experiments you can develop very nicely. We have in Nagpur, we have one defense railway line. And the total area coming under that railway line was 35 hectares. There was a lot of encroachment. So I decided, our commissioner, he prepared the proposal and giving it to the Defense Ministry. And Defense Ministry have given that land to Municipal Corporation of Nagpur with 2.5 crore. Then after this 35 hectare of land, I called Hafiz contractor. He's one of the good architects in Mumbai, a good friend of mine. And I told him, Hafiz, you make a big London street, Orange Street, and name it. And now when he designed that project in 24 packages, now 6 packages already we have completed. We already get 500 crore from that. And now when we will complete the project, we will get 2,500 crore from the investment of 2.5 crore in the corporation. Now, everywhere in the 2-tier city, people are taking this all type of food on street food. If you can develop commercially, fruit, vegetable, bazaar, then mutton market, food mall, it is economically viable. The parking place is the problem. I don't know, but I can't understand the mentality of Delhi people, because I'm coming from Mumbai. People are always abide with the law. Here, whatever the person may be, he has a fundamental right to use our roads as a parking. He don't want to make parking. So that is one of the reasons that we can make parking on BOT basis. So concepts are changing. And where economic viability is there, it is known to everybody, where you can prepare a good report, it is not a big achievement. But if you can make something on Gazipur, the municipal waste mountain is there. In government, it takes a lot of time. Now we have already used in UR2 and Dwarka Express Highway and Mumbai-Delhi Express Highway, 80 lakh ton of municipal garbage. And now our idea is to use waste material in road construction. Now the concept is we are working on that we will segregate that solid waste, plastic, metal, glass, and organic waste will be there. And organic waste we can take it in a biodigester, we will take methane, we will get methane. And from methane we can get hydrogen. And hydrogen is a fuel for the future. Today I have got the hydrogen car, and the name of the car is Mirai. Mirai is the Japani word. Mirai means future. So hydrogen is the futuristic vision for development of our country. We have import of fossil fuel of 22 lakh crores. But hydrogen, lot of experiments are going on. For making hydrogen from water by electrolyzer process, We are the number one manufacturer in the world for electrolyzer. But the 1 kg of hydrogen by electrolyzer process, the power cost, we have to power 50 unit for 1 kg, and that is the reason that the cost is very high. Even we can make hydrogen from petroleum, that is brown hydrogen. We can make hydrogen from coal, that is black hydrogen. But I feel that the best source is by segregating municipal waste, and we can take the organic waste, cow dung, then by using biotechnology increase the productivity of biomass, and taking into biodigester we will get the methane, and methane we will get the hydrogen. And as a transport minister, I have given target that we should have hydrogen with $1 per kg. And it is going to be happen, I will telling you, हम ऊर्जा को आयात करने वाला नहीं, निर्यात करने वाला देश बनेंगे, इतना हम इसमें कर सकते हैं. We have one project in Panipat. You know the Parali is a big problem, rice straw. And the Delhi pollution is because of burning of Parali. So, Mr. Vaidya, I request him many times and he take the initiative. We have a project in Panipat, project is started, where we are making 1 lakh liter of bioethanol from rice straw, that is from Parali. 150 ton of bio-bitumen per day. Presently in Indian scenario, our requirement is 90 lakh ton. The capacity of our refinery is 40 lakh ton. And we have the import of 50 lakh ton of bitumen. So my idea is, using 15% used tire, rubber powder into bitumen and 7% plastic. At least 15 to 20% of bitumen import we can save. And if we can make bio-bitumen from rice straw, Parali, 100% it is cheaper, having good quality, and we are using the waste material in it. That is to be, we don't need to import bitumen. And the third thing in that project is they are making 88,000 ton. 88,000 ton per year. They are making bio-aviation fuel, sustainable aviation fuel. In the agriculture, we name it Kisan as Annadata. But the vision is that we have to make them Urja Data. We have to make them Innan Data. We have to make them Hydrogen Data. Even we can make to them ethanol. Lot of things are there where diversification of agriculture towards energy and power sector. Our import is 22 lakh crores for fossil fuel. If we can divert it out of only 5 to 6 lakh crore, even in agriculture, I am confident that agriculture growth rate will go more than 20% in the GDP contribution. Now I am just giving you the example of corn. Last year the corn price was 1200 rupees. Fortunately in our agriculture sector, our MSP is higher side and market price to the lower side. So the MSP for corn is 1800 rupees per quintal and the market price was 1200. But when we decided to use corn for ethanol, now this year the price of the corn coming to 2800 rupees per quintal. So you just imagine how much amount it is going to be getting to the farmer, by which it is to be helpful for the rural agriculture economy. And if the purchasing power, if it is going to be increased in agriculture, then there will be a big impact on the economy. So my suggestion to all of you, that first of all, the rural agriculture tribal development of economy with the appropriate technology, which you need to find out. Because knowledge and technology is very important. I always talking about the two important philosophies. One is innovation, entrepreneurship, science, technology, research, skill and successful practices. We name it as knowledge. And conversion of knowledge into wealth is the future. And we are doing very remarkable contribution in this field. Back, already you have a lot of research, study, surveys. And because of that you know which type of technology our country need. And the other important thing is, that is use of waste, conversion of waste into wealth. That is very economically viable. I am really happy that the financial people should have a technical background very strong. Because economical background is very essential, very important. Actually, I am not talking about you, but in government, the most important thing is financial audit. But I always telling to the government people that performance audit is more important than financial audit. मुझे तो ऐसा लगता है कि कुछ लोग ऑफिस में नहीं आएंगे तो भी बड़ा एहसान हो जाएगा. Fast track decision making process, transparency, corruption free system, appropriate technology and futuristic vision. 100% with the cooperation of people like you, we can fulfill the dream of our Prime Minister and to make Indian economy of $5 trillion. Today, the economic situation is changing. You are the best people who can judge, who can make the research, study. You know the things. But many times it happens that government is giving opportunity for you to prepare the project report for the project. Is there any provision that if you can suggest by using of different type of raw material and that raw material with a good technology, the economic viability is there. So these new ideas, new vision is going to helpful for the country. I know that particularly find out the cost and economics is very important. When I started the electric car, electric buses, electric scooter, electric auto rickshaw, even in this hotel many times, the journalist people ask me कि इलेक्ट्रिक गाड़ी रास्ते में बंद होगी तो धक्का तुम मारोगे क्या, कैसे होगा? अब कुछ नहीं होता. 200% राइज हुआ है और 5 साल के बाद आपको इलेक्ट्रिक बस, इलेक्ट्रिक कार, जरूरत ही नहीं मैंने आपको कहने की. अभी मुझे मौका मिला, पुणे में मैंने बजाज का 2-व्हीलर सीएनजी पर लॉन्च किया. तो राजीव वाज टेलिंग मी कि पेट्रोल पर चलने वाला 2-व्हीलर है, द कॉस्ट इज कमिंग ₹2.25 पर किलोमीटर, और जो सीएनजी है दैट कॉस्ट इज कमिंग ₹1 पर किलोमीटर. अब मुझे बताओ कि आधे से ज्यादा अगर सेविंग होगा और प्रदूषण तो कम हो ही रहा है, तो क्यों नहीं इसको लोग यूज करेंगे? We have 400 projects in the process, out of which 60 projects are already completed. Adharaniya Jainji is here. In his Western UP, Haryana and Punjab, I am the chairman of that association. We have already 60 projects are completed, and the projects now making CNG, bio-CNG. And now the many people have already, because of transport ministry, we are making emission norms for tractors. They all come to me that no sir, don't do it. It is going to increase the cost of the tractor by 1,25,000 rupees. I say okay, I am ready, but my condition is you have to make tractor on electric, flex engine on ethanol, or even on CNG. If you can make it, I will accept it. Because by using biofuel and alternative fuel, the saving for the farmer is from 1 lakh to 2 lakh rupees per year. And pollution is less. And now the Parali, I am confident this year, the Delhi's pollution will going to reduce, because now Parali rate, which was people was burning, that rate is coming 2,500 rupees per ton. It is waste to wealth. So I feel that there are a lot of things, availability in shipping, ports, everywhere. I am thankful for you, because when I was shipping minister, my budget was 800 crore. At that time we have select 2 big programs. One is Bharat Mala and other was Sagar Mala. The budget of the ministry was 800 crore. So you understand, we have 12 major ports, and we plan the Sagar Mala project of 16 lakh crore. And the 5 years the budget comes to 4,000 crore, because 800, 1,000, 4,500. But today we have completed works more than 14 lakh crores on Sagar Mala, And our 12 major projects are giving profit of 8,000 crore per year. And also in many projects, your company was the consultant. So the country don't need money. Money, definitely there is the importance of money, resources. But the most important thing is we need attitude, approach, behavior and vision, appropriate vision for development. We need to find out the problems and giving solution. In my ministry, I am doing a lot of road projects. I don't have money problem. I never go into any fund and any foreign investor. Many people come into me, I offer them tea, thank you very much. Because I want to make road with the investment of the small people in the country. Now in InvIT model, I am giving you the example. When it was launched in the Mumbai Stock Exchange, for 7 days, the time was there. But first day in 7 hours, our bond issue was subscribed 7 times more. I immediately rushed to Mumbai and the Mumbai Stock Exchange rang the bell and closed the issue. Money is not the problem. The strong political will, appropriate vision, fast-track decision-making process, corruption-free system and committed leadership and the system, 100% we can make the miracles. The opportunities are with us. I always telling to people in the government that there are some people who convert problems into opportunities and there are some people who convert opportunities into the problems. So this is to be the most important thing of the people like you. I never ask you what is your production cost for preparing project report. I know that, but I don't want to ask you. Because no philosophy can be taught to empty stomach. You earn money. But at the same time, with the social consciousness, national consciousness, social responsibility and national responsibility, you should give us such a vision for the country where we need to create more employment potential and growth. And the most important thing is there are huge potential in tourism also. I am making one tunnel in Chojila under the Kargil. So beautiful site is. And we are making 18 tunnels from Jammu to Srinagar. 2 lakh crores project. I'm just, after this program, I'm going to Kashmir. So what beautiful Kashmir is. And there is a lot of land is available. We can make 5 to 6 5-star hotels there, adventure sport, even water sports, and even like Davos. We can make a beautiful city there. And there is a huge potential. But what we need is someone should imagine, should have an appropriate vision with the economic viability, and then we can go to the people, investor, and we will create employment potential in the backward area. The social economical backwardness is a big problem. I feel that to create employment potential is very, very important. The people who are already making investment in industry, trade and business, they are not only wealth creator, they are job creator. And the number of jobs we need to create in the country by which our growth is to be very important. Only making development in Mumbai, Calcutta, Chennai, Bangalore and Delhi, it is not sufficient. You have to change your focus. Without that, we cannot be a Atmanirbhar Bharat and $5 trillion economy. But I know that the people like you who are very competent, who can find out the problems and solutions in the rural agriculture tribal area. We have tourism is the sector where 49% invested, that expenditure for creating jobs. And I feel that the integrated development in all the sectors, we need socio-economic equality. Social equality is very important and economic equality is equally important. Gaon, Garib, Majdoor or Kisan. These are the main sectors where growth is needed. That is to be most important thing, that growth with impact. So we have already got good success, impact in industry, business, capitals, urban areas. But what is about the rural tribal area where people are socially, economically, educationally backward? There is a potential. The mining area is there. We are making smart cities. Why you are not making smart village? It is also economically viable. So only my request for making socio-economic equality in the country and to make Indian economy as $5 trillion and Atmanirbhar Bharat, we need to reduce our import and increase our export. The people like you should find out where our import is there. Now in the semiconductor sector, once upon a time we have a lot of dependence on import. Now today, within 2 years, we will be number 1 in the world for exporter of semiconductor. Regarding mobile phone, once upon a time we need to import mobile phone. Now we are the number 1 exporter of mobile phone in the world. And regarding the automobile industry, which is related to my ministry, when I taken charge as minister, the size of the automobile industry was 7 lakh crore. Now today, the size of the industry is 22 lakh crore. This is the industry which is giving maximum employment, 4 crore 50 lakh jobs. And this is the industry which is maximum contributes GST to central and state government. This is the industry which have maximum export. And today we are working on alternative fuel and biofuel, ethanol, methanol, biodiesel, bio-LNG, CNG, electric and hydrogen. Now I am really happy. And when I discussing this issue with the OEMs, I was telling all the people that our aim is to make Indian automobile industry number 1 in the world. Just 4 months before, our number was 4. We surpassed Japan and now our number is 3rd. The first number is USA, 78 lakh crores. China is 44 lakh crore and India is 22 lakh crore. But by starting of all important brands available in the world, all are here in India. And we have all type of technology on alternative fuel, biofuel, electric, ethanol, methanol, all the things we have available. And I am confident. When I was in Australia, the Australian minister was telling me we have purchased electric buses from India. So this is the potential of our Indian products. Our two-wheelers, Bajaj, TVS and Hero, they have 50% of their two-wheeler production is export. So yesterday I got offer to launch electric bike, electric motorcycle. And the cost is only 85,000 and 90,000 rupees. So then as far as the fuel cost, it is negligible. So today the way in which the technology is going to change, the way in which cost is going to reduce, by logistic call also we are going to do. We are making lot of highways from Delhi to Jaipur 2 hours, Chennai to Bangalore 2 hours, Bangalore to Mysore 1 hour, Delhi to Amritsar 4 hours, Delhi to Dehradun 2 hours. So by making this highway, by using alternative fuel, presently our logistic cost is 14 to 16%. And China it is 8% and USA and European countries it is 12%. I am confident that within 5 years our logistic cost will be in single digit, that is 9%, and we will compete in all international market with our competitive price. So all things are very positive, but using the knowledge and appropriate technology we need to find out where is exactly the economic viability, how we will get the raw material with the low cost, and however we will get the export for the finished product with the good cost, and our profit of margin will be increased. So these are the main criteria, main agenda, where financial expert and technical expert, people like you, who can find out the solution. I am giving my best wishes to all of you. I am very much thankful for your contribution from economic development of our country. But at the same time, I will request you to integrated development is equally important, and I am expecting from you for the future that your knowledge partner, your technologies, your innovations, successful practices in the world will contribute India for development in rural, agriculture, tribal area. I am giving my best wishes to all of you. Thank you very much. Namaskar.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
I stretch my limits. No sweat. Not a wrinkle of worry. I'm Ruturaj Gaikwad, and I choose to rise.
Introducing Tata Coffee Gold. 100% coffee roasted to perfection for a rich taste and heavenly aroma. Tata Coffee Gold. Crafted for those whose love for coffee is extraordinary.